New developments tonight in a heartbreaking child murder case we've been tracking for years.
And today the trial got underway for a Pawtucket man accused of beating his innocent daughter to death back in 2013.
10-year-old Alita DePina died tragically from blunt force trauma. Today, both sides laid out their cases before calling the first witnesses to the stand.
Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian was in the courtroom all day long. She joins us now live with the new details from Superior Court. Kim?
Well, Mike and Shannon, some of the details that were laid out in today's opening statements were very difficult to listen to, as both the prosecution and defense talked about the horrific child abuse that 10-year-old Alita DePina endured at the hands of her father. Neither side disputes that, but the defense says that abuse is not why she died. Opening statements in the murder trial of George DePina, the Pawtucket man accused of killing his 10-year-old daughter Alita in July 2013. Alita sent from Cape Verde in 2011 to live with her father.
Her mom wanted her to live the American dream. But ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see from the evidence in this case that her life was anything but a dream. In fact, it turned into a nightmare.
The prosecution telling the jury Alita suffered terrible abuse at the hands of her father, some of it captured on video that the jury will later see.
You can see the defendant covering her eyes with painter's tape, wrapping the tape around her head. He makes her stand in a squatting position with her hands outstretched like this. And then you're going to see him use a leather jump rope, and he's going to whip her.
Clearly, the corporal punishment that George DePina inflicted upon his daughter is beyond punishment. It is without question horrific child abuse. But that's not the issue before you. The issue before you is, how did she die?
DePina's defense team contends the abuse did not cause her death, which was the result of blunt force trauma and a perforated small intestine.
At the end of the day, causation, how this injury occurred, is everything.
And George DePina appeared relatively emotionless in court today, listening to the proceedings via a headset, a translator in his ear, speaking in his native Creole language. Now, he has been held since 2014 without bail after pleading not guilty to this charge. Coming up new at 6, we will hear from one of the first witnesses to take the stand today, the ER doctor who treated Alita on the day that she died. Reporting live in Providence, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tony. Tonight, the trial is underway in a murder case we've been tracking for years.
George DePina is accused of killing his own daughter. New at 6, we're hearing from one of the first witnesses to take the stand today.
Eyewitness News reporter Kim Kalunian was in court for today's opening statements and testimony. She joins us live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, some of that testimony here at Superior Court in Providence today was difficult to listen to. As you mentioned, we heard from some of the first witnesses. One of those witnesses, the ER doctor who treated 10-year-old Alita DePina on July 3rd, 2013. He and other nurses trying to revive her, but their efforts were in vain. Opening statements in the murder trial of George DePina, accused of killing his 10-year-old daughter Alita in July 2013. Lawyers say DePina brought the unresponsive girl to the ER at Miriam Hospital in Providence, where Dr. Daniel Sabat attempted to revive her.
Did she have a pulse?
No.
Was she responsive?
No.
Was she alive?
No.
Sabat says they tried for an hour to bring her back, but it was too late. He noticed vomit on her clothing, injuries on her body.
There did appear to be some bruising and some indication of some wounds.
And lividity, blood pooling under the skin.
Usually that happens roughly 1 to 2 hours after somebody dies.
The prosecution says DePina brutally beat his daughter, who died from blunt force trauma to her abdomen. The defense does not dispute the abuse or the cause of Alita's death, but they say one did not lead to the other, and DePina did not kill his daughter. And George DePina has been held without bail since 2014 when he pleaded not guilty to this murder charge. The Attorney General's office is seeking a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Live in Providence tonight, I'm Kim Kalunian, Eyewitness News.